We're gonna see what we're praying for.
Ken Clark, I want to welcome you to this broadcast. I'm in my hometown, Fort Worth, Texas. I'm on the lake. Can you believe it? I'm here. I want to talk to you briefly about binding and loosening. You have the power resignated on the inside of you to take authority over those things that are festering your mind, festering your spirit, that those things that torment you. You know how the devil is. I remember when I got saved, the devil would come to torment my mind, and I just got fed up, and I took Matthew 16 and 19 at face value. I started believing. God says, wherever I bind on earth, I'll be bound in heaven. Wherever I loose on earth, I'll be loosed in heaven. It's simply saying, you've got a part to do. If you don't take charge and do your part, God's not obligated to move. He says, if you'll do it here on earth, it'll be done in heaven. It's simply something that you have to apply. If you'll apply yourself and believe the promises, you may say, well, I've done it once before. You keep doing it until faith rises. You keep speaking the word, keep binding that enemy until things start happening. I started believing it. Things started moving. The devil had to get out of the way, because I was awakening to the authority of the believer. You have the authority to bind and loose. Binding is something that you stop. You stop the plaguing, those plague thoughts. You stop the enemy from stealing your goods, because that's what he's here for. He comes to steal, kill, and destroy. Jesus said, I've come to give you life, and I come to give it to you more abundantly. You can do this thing. You got to practice it. You started to say, well, God, I believe the word. You speak that word. You say, I bind this enemy. I command him to loose my mind. You say it and say it. It doesn't matter how many times until that thing gets inside of you and you start believing. The devil has to back up. If you'll practice this, it'll get better. It'll get much better. Now I can rebuke him, and he goes, because I know the authority I have. I simply believe the word. Believe the word, and your life will be transformed by the renewing of your mind. And I want to thank you for stopping in. I ask that you would please subscribe.